你好，我们今天要做什么？ If the president is watching, I also speak English, so there's no need to deport me. We are moving into the world of Asian appetizers today. One of my favorite snacks that my grandmother used to make me was scallion pancakes. In fact, unlike many things on the typical American Chinese takeout menu, they actually genuinely come from Asia and are enjoyed by many Asian people overseas, not made up in America and then attempted to pass off as Asian, like fortune cookies or Scarlett Johansson. These delectable delicacies only require a very few amount of ingredients. Here's what you're gonna need. So first up, we're gonna be making some dough. So what you're gonna do is take a bowl, work a minimum wage job, 70 hours a week for about 40 or so years, and then, bam, you made some dough. Alternately, you can do it with flour and water. Combine 2 cups of all-purpose flour and 1 cup of boiling water. Not cold, not warm, boiling. Ow. This is a process known as starch gelatinization, where TLDR, the water is so hot the starch absorbs it instead of the molecules responsible for creating gluten, which results in really soft bread in the end. Stir this mixture until you have something vaguely resembling a piece of dough. Grab some extra flour and start kneading it. Just fold it in on itself a couple of times in half. Add some more flour. After you've done that a little bit, and it starts to resemble something like, well, I don't know, dough. Cover it with a wet cloth, somewhat. This kind of sucks for covering, god damn it. I didn't think this through. Okay, just stay put. Good enough. And set it aside for 30 minutes. 30 minutes. Cutting board, scallion. Or did you forget about these? Come on, man, they're literally called scallion pancakes. You need a bunch, both literally and figuratively. Honestly, the more the better. Cut them up nice and thin, and then cut them up some more. Sarah McLachlan. There, now it's in pieces, like my heart after that damn ASPCA commercial. Now you're gonna take some flour and generously flour your clean work surface until it starts to look like a monument to Charlie Sheen. Once the dough has taken a nice furlough. Boo! See how bad that was? I just booed myself. Take the dough, flouring it some more. If it's still sticky, you're gonna cut it into 4 even pieces. Gerrymandering. You're gonna work with these one at a time. Take your wooden, definitely not phallic device, flour it in a definitely not phallic way, and shape a piece out into a very thin, rectangular, or circular, or even amoeba-ish if you suck at this like me. Get it nice and thin, but not too thin, because if it's too thin, then the scallions and stuff are gonna break through. So take your sesame seed oil and drizzle some oh, wait, this isn't, oops. Sesame seed oil, drizzle some around, spread it around with a pastry brush. Pro tip, if you do this sober, you don't get it all over the place. Take a quarter of your scallions, somewhat evenly distribute them. Little more even than that. Take one end, start folding it and rolling it in a definitely legal way. More flour. Start to curl this into itself like you're making a cinnamon bun or some basic white girl stuff like that. Start to smash it out in a circular shape with your fist or your hand, you know, potato. Then use the rolling pin to finish the job. Rolling it out into as circular and as flat a shape as you can get it. So much so that Kyrie Irving thinks this is what the earth is shaped like. Not too thin, but not too thick either, because then it's not gonna cook well. Something like this. Do it with the rest of the dough. Get a pan on medium-high heat and put some cooking oil into it. Vegetable, canola, whatever. Just not sesame oil. The smoke point isn't high enough. It's more of a flavoring oil. Anyway, once it heats up a little bit, take the dough and gingerly set it down to fry for about 2 minutes, patting it down in the middle if it starts to bubble. After about 2 minutes, flip it over. Nice and seared. Repeat the process, then set this on a plate with some paper towels on it so the excess oil drips off. Do the same with all your other pieces of dough, and now you're ready. Just kidding, not yet. You're probably gonna want something to dip these in. Enter, bam, soy sauce. Oh. I will remember you. Bam, low sodium soy sauce. Black rice vinegar or regular rice vinegar. Sugar. And I don't mean your nickname. Okay. Garlic. More green onion. By our powers combined. Ba-blam!
Oh yeah, baby. Aunt Jemima who? More like Aunt China.
Like, share, favorite, subscribe, but most importantly, eat. Oh, and if I catch any of you eating these with maple syrup, 我专门走到你家去给你揍一趟. Okay, see you next week. Bye. This is a process known as starch gelatinization. Starch gelatinization. Son of a dried dough is really freaking hard to get off of a table. God damn it. God damn it. Stop it. You're not even drunk.